You're watching the History Channel.
Jesus Christ, Son of God, Son of Man, husband of Mariah. Husband of Mariah? According to a recently discovered 8th century text, Jesus may indeed have been married. There has been much speculation regarding the historicity of the gospel of Jesus' wife. What follows is the History Channel's dramatic interpretation of this story as found in the ancient text.
Jesus, we've been seeing each other for 7 months now. Where do you see this going? How long do you expect me to wait for a commitment? Until I'm born again?
Well... Oh, cool, fig tree.
Tree huggers! What are you, pagans?
Did I ever tell you about the time I dated a pagan? He took me to this awesome fire festival.
Yeah, I've heard that story more than a few times. Let's not talk about that guy.
Okay, let's talk about us. I want to settle down with you, get married, start a family. Plus, you could really establish more credibility as a rabbi and get your career going. Get people to take you more seriously.
Well, I had this nice 3-year plan going, and I think Judas takes me pretty seriously.
Aren't I worth it?
The courtship period between Jesus of Nazareth and Mariah of Bethany progressed blissfully until one fateful day, on which the scripture tells us that the Son of God reluctantly agreed to subject himself to torment in order to demonstrate love.
Oh, I do love the way you worship me.
You feel the same way about me, don't you, Jeez?
Oh, baby, you know it's true.
Then I think it's time we take the next step. I want you to meet my parents. Come on, we're in this together. The self is but an illusion.
Okay, there you go, quoting Buddha again. You know, you're not with him anymore. You're with me, and I got my own thing going on here.
Well, your thing is pretty great, but at least Buddha met my parents.
Okay, I'll meet your folks. I'm good with elders.
But you haven't met my father. He's really hard to please. He's never been a big fan of the guys I've brought home.
That's okay. You have yet to meet my dad.
You sure it'll be all right?
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
At last, the day was upon him.
I just know you're gonna love my new boyfriend.
Whatever happened to that Pharisee you were dating? He wasn't so bad, and his apartment was immaculate. You tell me this Jesus doesn't even have a home?
He does a lot of traveling, Dad. He's a bit of a public speaker.
Spending days on end in the desert? What kind of an itinerary is that? You don't see me wandering from this mountain to that mountain.
Please, Dad, just turn the other cheek. It's not like I'm bringing home any old messiah.
I'm sorry I'm so picky about your boyfriends. You know, I just want the best for you, my little gefilte fish.
Peace be with you, sir. I am Jesus, the Lamb.
Yes. Mariah's been spreading the good news.
Indeed, the Gospel of Jesus' wife corroborates several stories from the accounts of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Oh, I got some loaves. And some fishes, of course. Just some leftovers from a picnic I had earlier today.
That's very nice of you, son. What are you, some kind of fisherman?
It's funny you should say that.
What, no Hamantaschen? Even Mariah's Sikh boyfriend Singh brought me Hamantaschen for Purim. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Oh, that's a very lovely bird you got there, sir.
Oh, actually, Lazarus is my wife's bird. I can't stand him. That's enough out of you, Laz. We have a visitor. So, Jesus, I have a stipulation. I require all of Mariah's boyfriends to wash my feet before dinner.
Jesus, Dad, he doesn't have to do that.
It's totally cool, babe. I got this.
Don't try to butter me up, kid. Start washing.
The only known instance in which Jesus is portrayed serving another begrudgingly can be found in the account from this new gospel.
Begrudging? Who's begrudging?
So, what do you do for work, son?
Well, I am a licensed carpenter.
That's a good, reliable job. In fact, our family table has had this wobble in it for...
But I gave it up for the ministry.
Now, why would you do a foolish thing like that? Never mind. I've thrown a lot of stones today, and I'm starving.
So, what were you throwing stones at?
Stone throwing. You know, pelting adulterers, shellfish eaters, vegans. It would have been a great day, too, but before I could get my last stone in, this long-haired geschnooks at the front of the crowd was telling us we couldn't.
Oh. Shall I bless the bread?
What are we drinking? You know, it would have been nice if someone had brought some wine.
Jesus decides to break the tension by replicating his miracle from the wedding at Cana.
Ah, that's a good one.
I really liked that 5BC Manischewitz we had last Rosh Hashanah. Remember that, honey? The one with the fruity bouquet and smooth honeyed finish?
Dad, isn't this a lamb you were going to bring for sacrifice at the temple?
Yes, but when I went there yesterday, they were closed for renovations. They told me this Mashugana went in there early in the week destroying things, turning over tables, yelling erratically about money changers.
It's certainly warm today.
So, Jesus, what else have you been up to today?
Oh, I was at the Bethesda pool, and it was packed.
Isn't that where all the lepers and invalids hang out?
Well, these days you're not supposed to call them
Mariah,
invalids.
I don't want you hanging out there. I don't want to have to quarantine you again. You know, I wasn't sure before, but I'm starting to get a pretty bad taste in my mouth about this guy. And it ain't the pickled herring I had for lunch.
Dad, please! I really think he could be the one!
probably one of those tax collectors. They always do this during dinner. You know, we wouldn't have to deal with this if you just married that Amish guy. Then we would have had religious exemption.
It's funny you should mention him. Jesus and I ran into him.
Shalom, I'm here to collect this week's taxes.
But you were just here yesterday.
That was yesterday. This is today. Jesus, is that you? JC, my man. Thanks for having dinner with me and the fam last week.
You know this man?
Of course. Jesus and I are like this.
At this point in the gospel, it is still uncertain whether Mariah's father would approve of the match. That is, until this happened.
Shut up, Lazarus!
Dad, you killed Lazarus!
I always hated that bird.
Go in peace, little buddy.
That's it. Out of my house.
What?
Oh, don't worry, Matt. No one sins willingly.
Dude. Is that Socrates?
Yeah, I've been doing some light reading. All I'm saying is, he knows not what he does.
Jesus, I don't care what my father thinks. You're the one. Let's get married anyway.
Yeah! And I'll throw you an amazing bachelor party. I know the perfect venue. Great little upper room, and it's garden adjacent.
Peace be with you.
We meet up at a restaurant and all I really want's to talk about Jesus. You order veal piccata, all I do is talk a lot about Jesus. You talk about your life and all I wanna do is talk about Jesus, Jesus. And you say you work a lot, I see it as a shot to talk about Jesus. You buy me one more drink and all I wanna do is think about Jesus. See you reaching for the check and then I take a sec to talk about Jesus, Jesus. It could be I never really found him before when I was so young. It could be
This new account of a previously untold chapter of Jesus' life demonstrates that not even the Son of God is immune to his girlfriend's disapproving parents.
to your flat and on the way I chew the fat about Jesus. We go up to your room, which is empty as the tomb of Jesus. You pour me something strong as I continue to go on about Jesus, Jesus. You start to rub my back and all I wanna do is chat about Jesus. You got me pinned, I got a second wind to talk about Jesus. You're expression becomes stern, I take another turn to talk about Jesus. Jesus. I'm feeling pretty drunk, but I am busy as a monk talking about Jesus. Jesus. Congress passes laws and all I do is move my jaws about Jesus. Jesus. Jesus tries to talk and all I wanna do is talk about Jesus. Jesus. Could be I never really found him before when I was so young. It could be I'm still looking for him among my lovers. It could be I never really found him before when I was so young. It could be I'm still looking for him among my lovers. Taking off your shirt and all I wanna do is talk about Jesus. Oh. Now you're taking off my shirt and all I wanna do is talk about Jesus. You look nice in lingerie, but I've got plenty more to say about Jesus. Jesus. You asked me should we screw, but who would you rather do, me or Jesus? Jesus. Jesus.